HarperCollins presents Alfie in the Snow by Rachel Wells. Read by Edward Killingback. Chapter 1. I was lying on the sofa in my favourite spot, the winter sun shining down on me through the window, when my kitten, George, leapt on me. Ah! He wasn't such a little kitten any more. I was winded and a bit squashed. "George," I said, trying to squirm out from under his weight. "You have to stop doing that. You're flattening me." "Sorry, Dad," he replied, with his charming grin and his head tilted to one side. As usual, I melted. My boy was just too adorable, even if he was getting too heavy to jump on me. I couldn't have been prouder of what a fine young Tom he was growing into. "But I have news." He sat next to me and licked his paws. George did like to draw out any announcements. He was a fairly dramatic kitten, unlike myself, of course. "Go on, George, tell me the news," I coaxed, thinking it would be about a funny-shaped cloud he had seen this morning, or a similar Georgism. "There's a big van parked outside, so new people are moving in next door." He looked very pleased with himself, as well he might. I pricked up my ears. New people on Edgar Road. Well, was there anything better for a doorstep cat like myself? Only a van full of pilchards could beat that. My name is Alfie, and I'm a doorstep cat, which basically means I have different families and homes I visit. I do live in one main house, here with my kitten George, in Edgar Road. Our humans are Claire and Jonathan, and their children, Toby and Summer. But there is another family on this road we spend time with, Polly and Matt, and their children Henry and Martha. And yet another family who live a few streets away, Francesca, Tomasz, and their children Alexei and Tommy. Phew, it's a lot of families and friends to keep track of. I met them when I moved to Edgar Road after an arduous journey, having been homeless after my old owner, Margaret, died. But that does feel like another lifetime. They say cats have 9 lives. Well, I reckon I've used a few of those up to get where I am today, although I still have plenty left. I do credit myself with bringing all my families together, and now they love each other the way I love them all. We even have a holiday home together, Seabreeze Cottage, which is in Devon, and we spend time there when we can. But London is our main home, on Edgar Road, where we spend most of our days. There's always something going on here, never a dull moment, or if there is, it doesn't last. Up until now, we were experiencing quite a quiet time. Winter was upon us. The nights were drawing in and the air had started biting. I was becoming a bit of a fair-weather cat, preferring not to spend too much time out in the cold and rain. However, my kitten, George, loved being out in all weathers. That's youth for you. Just don't seem to feel the cold. But I did take my constitutional every morning and evening, and I would brave the cold to seek out my friends, the neighbourhood cats, and my cat girlfriend, Tiger. But now it was cold and darker in the evenings. I preferred to stay in the warm as much as possible. But not now. This removal van I had to see. It was still exciting to see new people. Once a doorstep cat, always a doorstep cat, after all. So George and I bounded out to see what we could discover. We made our way next door. I knew the house well. Not too long ago, my first girlfriend, the one before Tiger, Snowball, lived there. She was my first love, and it wasn't the easiest of starts, but after many attempts to woo her, she came round to my way of thinking eventually. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not exactly a cat Lothario. I've only been in love twice, once with Snowball and now with Tiger, who is a mum to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?